Hi Pisces, welcome to your February 2019 Tarot and Astrology reading. Happy birthday to the Pisces born after February 19th. Especially those born on February 29th, you're a very rare breed of fish. So, before we get into the new year for Pisces, let's talk about the 12th house energy. The sun will be in Aquarius until the 19th of February, then it will enter your sign, beginning a new saga. The 12th house energy, there's a new moon there on the 4th. What you have been struggling about, what has been dwelling within your subconscious, disrupting your sleep, disrupting your perspective, what's been haunting you when you close your eyes at night, is coming to a head around the new moon in Aquarius, which is your 12th house, giving you a fresh perspective on old news. It is a great time, Pisces, if you do not already, to learn tarot or learn astrology or read on the law of attraction, read up on synchronicity, because you may experience a lot of synchronicity in February that alarms you. You're super psychic. Pisces is already a very, very intuitive sign, but your powers of intuition are going to be so strong in February that you're probably even going to scare yourself. The World card. There's an element of clairvoyancy towards you. Very, very in tune with the universe, very, very spiritually in tune. Use this new moon to really consider a fresh perspective on your past. Releasing it, letting it go. Mercury, the planet of communication, enters your sign on the 11th of February, and sharing your thoughts with the world is going to be important. Listen to the messages that come to you by surprise. Read up on numerology. If you're seeing 333 everywhere, it means something. 1111 means something. I've been seeing 333 to a scary level, and it means that your manifestations are being granted. Trust that your angels are with you. Okay, so while that's all going on, there's going to be a full moon in your partnership house on the 19th of February. That full moon in Virgo. It'll guide you to see something in your partnerships, maybe a pattern, maybe a tendency, maybe a quality. It'll guide you to see something you've never seen before. As I say, this is all about fresh perspectives on old news, Pisces. And you may want to be private. You may want to keep your thoughts to yourself. You may just want to go on a spiritual retreat by yourself. And you may be more sentimental and emotional than even you are. Don't self-medicate. Don't go to drinking or drugs, or don't rely on other people to fulfill you. This is going to be a very emotionally intense time, seeing things from a different perspective instead of waiting for the outside world to change for you to see a difference. Okay, Pisces, let's see what we've got going on for you in the tarot, though. Page of Swords, off the bat, you could be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. However, I feel this is mostly representative of Pisces Mercury time. Okay, so the planet of communication going into your sign is going to give you this clarity and insight, but it may begin with a feeling of pessimism or a feeling that people around you are too sharp, when they may actually be offering you some very good advice. There was actually a similar energy in Scorpio in terms of people around you wanting the best for you in terms of advice, and you wanting to smack the hand away, bite the hand that feeds you. There's a need to, although you'll be incredibly intuitive, there is a need to still respect the opinions and the viewpoints of others without necessarily needing to challenge them or cut them off. Okay, Pisces? A lot of you are dealing with airy energy, so Aquarius season may bring back some air signs from your past, particularly as Mercury in your sign. It's going to retrograde in March. You may be dealing with past air signs such as Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, particularly if it's been someone who kept their feelings to themselves. The thing about the Seven of Swords, now it can represent a moon in Aquarius person if you're dealing with them. A moon in Aquarius person doesn't reveal their true hand until quite far into your relationship. And even then, you're never really too sure if they are truly attached or not. A Moon in Aquarius person can actually be, contrary to popular belief, they can be incredibly attached to someone and it not be known. I myself, I'm a Scorpio, but my moon is in Aquarius. And a lot of people have, it could be the Scorpio combination too, but a lot of people have mentioned to me that they never really are sure that I care. In personal relationships, when I care very, very deeply. It is a common misconception of Moon and Aquarius people. Particularly, they take their friendships very seriously. And only their long-standing friends know how deeply they really think about things. I sense there was somebody in your life who was a little bit deceptive in the sense that they were keeping their feelings to themselves, or possibly you were. But for some reason, I sense that somebody is trying to offer a little bit of information and you may be hesitant to take it on board. Judgment will not let you ignore it, though. Your intuition is going to be so strong that messages are going to be coming out of the sky. You're going to be seeing signs everywhere, so pay attention. As by the name of this channel, read the signs. If you see something and you know it's sticking out to you, Google it and see what the spiritual message is. Ask someone who knows what it is. More commonly than not this month, Pisces, you will know. But there is some kind of divine synchronicity occurring for you whereby you think of a person and they text you. I do think for a lot of Pisces there's unfinished business with a Libra, or there is something beginning with a Libra. Possibly some of you are going through a legal period or dealing with someone in the legal profession. I do sense that if you're dealing with a Libra person, it could be somebody brand new for many of you. This could be somebody coming inward, okay? Or as I say, somebody with unfinished business. I'm gonna move this so I got room. But there's sort of a balancing act to this, which always is common with justice. But balancing requires to weigh up the pros and the cons. So if you're looking to make a major decision in your life or a major change, it relies on balancing out the good and the bad, and making sure you have as much of the facts as possible. 9 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the 4 of Wands. Wow. Awesome. And Strength. Okay, Pisces. What a turnaround. As we move into Pisces season, although you may have been feeling for the last couple of months, you possibly felt a little bit introverted. Mars was in your sign and that's quite draining on your energy. Mars shifts into Taurus, your 3rd house, so you can put your energy into learning something new, learning a lesson, accumulating information. The energy, the focus that you have will be on learning something. For some of you, it is to do with balancing a partnership and a commitment. For some of you, you're going into a relationship or the next phase in a relationship that involves paperwork, which involves contracts, which involves terms and conditions. A lot of you, it's a marriage. And for some of you, you may actually meet the person going into your season who is your long-term partner. I certainly feel that maybe you are going to be focusing on manifesting a dream of greater security. Some of you have a lot of focus going on to the home, though. You're focusing on what your home life, your family, what matters the most to you about your family. Is everyone healthy? Is everyone happy? A lot of your focus is going on to that. And particularly for Pisces people, the onus has been a lot on unexpected developments in terms of health, for example. So you may have had some kind of wake-up call with your own health, or some unexpected news surrounding health. I do think with 4 of Wands, could be somewhat family related, because the full moon lunar eclipse in Leo hit you in the health sector. So something with the mother may have come up because of the moon, but it doesn't have to be. I actually sense this is a lot to do with having a wake-up call in general of how you treat your body. Now, Strength, as I said, because as we were talking about the mother, gently persuading a vicious beast into doing something you want them to do, the way a mother can do with a very hungry, screaming child. you're coming around to the idea of being more gentle with yourself and the universe, okay? So if you don't see the evidence of something that you really, really want, you're no longer beating yourself up for it, and you're releasing the need to just think it and think it and think it until you can't shift your focus onto anything else. When we go into your season, Pisces, on the 19th, you're going to feel so at home with the energy that things are just going to flow to you naturally. But for a lot of you, I think this is to do with discovering mostly what matters for real, you know, for your deeper self. A lot of people want to manifest abundance financially, and they want to manifest their dream job and all this stuff. And then when something sort of bigger happens, Pisces can feel like, oh, I realize what really matters now, but I always knew that. Why wasn't I thinking about that? Or why wasn't I putting my energies there? This full moon in your partnership sector will guide you to deeper connections with people around you. Four of Swords. So yes, the interesting thing about health and healing, I feel like there may have been some bad news for you. Maybe just, as I say, maybe you just suffered a little health issue, but I do feel like your health, you know, health is primary to this reading. So look after yourself, feed yourself well, nurture, be kind to people, send healing vibes to people. You know, you can do that. Actually look it up on YouTube. People can send healing energy towards others. 10 of Wands. Something's been weighing very heavy on you that came to light. Yes, the lunar eclipse in Leo. Something came to light that you didn't know, or you felt a little bit shocked at. So somebody for sure in your personal life was hiding something. It could have been hiding feelings. It could have been hiding news. It could have been hiding intentions. The moon and the Seven of Swords means somebody was keeping something to themselves that did come out, possibly around a full moon. But with Judgment, I feel like it's already been revealed, okay? And it was huge. It was a shock. Pisces, some of you have had a very nasty shock. Okay? Something unexpected. But something that had to be, you know, it was better to, for some reason, I'm just feeling like it was better to know now, which is why I sort of feel like for a lot of you, it's something that can be healed. And it was better to know before permanent, or, well, not permanent, there could be a level of permanency to this, but worse damage it was better to happen when it did. Judgment means the timing was right, okay? So don't worry. Justice and the Ten of Pentacles, some of you for sure are getting married, maybe some of you are getting divorced even. There's an element of contract here, possibly wanting out of a contract or wanting to make a change, but feeling kind of bound to it. Oh, this is strange. You're on some kind of journey that involves a wish that you wanted, and yet you're worried about something else. Okay, so it's almost as if you're now starting to doubt that you can have it all. You feel like when something good happens, you're worried something bad has to balance it out. Coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidence, by the way. Divine synchronicities. Temperance and the Three of Pentacles. You are healing yourself, or your focus is on healing this month. Particularly if you're dealing with a fire sign person. Now, we will go into each element in the extended, but I will point them out as we go along. Healing, bit by bit, is very important after a nasty shock. Taking things slowly, being patient. Three of Cups and the Hierophant. Some of you are definitely getting engaged or have gotten engaged. This is so funny. There's so much marriage here. But you're worried about something else. You're worried about somebody at home. Or you're worried about your partner. Or you're worried about the things that you cannot see. Some of you are having very strange sleep patterns, dreams about, maybe some of you are having dreams about marriage or brides and things. Some of you guys are so worried about your community even. Or the world we live in. You're worried about society, maybe for your kids. Maybe you're thinking, what world are my children going to grow up in? You know, this is deeper, Pisces, than I anticipated, I suppose. The Lover's card. Connections, authentic connections, revealing your vulnerability. So Pisces, you're trying to keep it together, I understand, but you have had some kind of a nasty shock. Keeping it together, sharing your thoughts, particularly with your friends, okay? Mercury, Pisces, Mars in the third. put your energy into talking about how you feel. That can be therapy, that can be your best friends, that can be your family. If you're worried about someone, tell them. Okay, so this isn't as intense for everybody as it is for others. There's a varying scale, but I feel like there's been some sort of nasty shock, and you almost feel a little bit, for some of you romantically, you feel a bit cursed. But you're not. Feeling cursed is putting your energy into thinking what's wrong with you, and that will represent itself with more evidence to point it out. Whereas if you feel like you're very lucky, you will notice things going well for you. It's just changing your focus. You're not cursed, okay? Pisces, promise. I know that there's a spiritual element to this, and a lot of people get frightened of that. It's all about the universe. The universe is looking after you, even if you have had a nasty shock, okay? So things are improving. There's a level of security coming up for you, which you've probably not experienced before. If you're looking for security in something, be it romance, be it home, be it family, be it work, there's a level of commitment and security coming in for you, which is so good. But healing takes step by step for you to feel secure. After a shock like Judgment in the Tower, you've had a really big wake-up call. And sometimes, Pisces, it doesn't even take an event. Sometimes it just takes a mindset. Queen of Swords. You're trying to hold it together. As I said, you're trying to be the strong one. You're trying to appear strong, at least. If you're trying very hard to keep everything bottled up, bear in mind when Mercury goes into your sign, you really might release some serious tears and just feel incredibly teary. If we're dealing with travel or a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo person, they seem to be the person maybe that you're crying to or crying over. Okay? So, I know this doesn't sound all, kittens and whatever, but the outcome of this month is actually really good. It's just that you're processing something significant, and that's why it's come to the fore rather than, the rainbows and stuff. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you are trying to balance things out. You're trying to keep everything together. If you're dealing with a fire sign, you're figuring out how much balance is required there. How much are you giving emotionally and how much are they giving? There is sort of a level of consideration and contemplation with this fire sign, especially if you're at a distance with this person. What can be made to work? They may be requiring space after the Leo full moon. The Magician. Okay, you're a product of your manifestations. If you are dealing with a fire sign, I feel like there is a possibility they are hiding their feelings. This was the same in the Scorpio reading because this is the same for all fire signs, okay? They may be hiding their feelings because the lunar eclipse was tough on them, okay? They may be hiding their feelings because they don't want to be that person that bursts. 10 of Cups. So, when I said this change has occurred for the better and it occurred at the right time, this is leading you towards something you've wished for. So whatever that is, there's a happier conclusion to the Tower moment for a lot of you. For some of you, it's a real wake-up call within the family, I think. 10 of Cups is family. But I feel like it's the end of a negative cycle. Aha. Listen, Pisces, if you're dealing with romance here, if that's what you're thinking about, really? I feel like somebody's coming in that's very, let me think. They're romantic, but they're offering you, I think with the 10 of Pentacles and the Justice, some of you are definitely being proposed to or proposing or getting engaged or meeting a person that you may get engaged to. 6 of Pentacles. Also, that won't be the same with everyone. Some of you might just be moving in with a partner, or somebody might even be committing to self-love. 6 of Pentacles, giving the help to people that need it. I feel some of you are in a care role here, possibly looking after a woman. Queen of Swords, but I do feel like this may mean you're sacrificing your own self-care. You'll be looking after an air sign in general, an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini person, or they may be helping you heal. They may be the person you speak to. Queen of Pentacles and your hopes and fears. Taurus. Hierophant, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, sorry, and Queen of Pentacles. Some of you really are just thinking, I'd love to be a lady of leisure. I don't want to work anymore. Queen of Pentacles always has her mind on some kind of project. Ah, childhood. Baby Pisces. Look at the little fish coming out of the cup. You're coming out of the cup and someone's there to greet you. This is such a turnaround, Pisces. So for a lot of you, I feel like you've had a nasty shock. Here's the clairvoyancy, by the way. High Priestess. You're so intuitive. I think a lot of you know deep down that it's going to be fine. Whatever this Tower and Judgment moment was, I actually think that a lot of you were just sort of shedding an old skin and shedding an old way of life and shedding the pain from the past. With the Four of Wands, Page of Cups, a lot of you are moving into some kind of romantic bond or romantic change, which may actually be kind of can eat, can't sleep type romance. For a lot of you, you're sort of resorting back to old fears and childlike worry temporarily in order to feel stronger. You're sort of in the fetal position when you go to sleep at night, cradling yourself because you're worried about something. But in actuality, what you're worrying about is being looked after. You don't have to worry about it. This things, you know, 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands. I'm going to clarify this Page of Cups real quick because I don't leave it on court cards, but the energy of this is that there's a happy change in the air, especially as we go into your season. So don't worry about going into the darkness of the 12th house energy. It is your house. You may feel a bit more emotional. You may be feeling like the world is really harsh, but you come out of this realizing that the world can actually be really beautiful. Ace of Wands, new connection. Some of you are finding a new romantic person, and I think for a lot of you it is your person. You know what I mean? Yes, it is your person, because here's the Queen of Cups. Figuring out what to do next. Could be a water sign for a lot of you Pisces. Scorpio, Cancer, and a fellow Pisces. Could be fire. If it's fire, give them a minute. You know, just give them a minute. They're going through something quite strange with the eclipse. Eclipses are weird. They make people feel funny. And if you're dealing with another Cancer, similarly, because they get it so bad with the eclipse. But Pisces, sometimes with the Tower, in order to build our castle, we have to tear down what was there first. If it was an old abandoned rundown, you know, built on false pretenses, built on false grounds. The Judgment and Tower is so fantastic for shedding an old way of thinking, having a wake-up call, following your life purpose. Something has woken you up to what's really important and what your real dreams are. Regardless of what it is, Pisces, it's there to serve you. So I'm going to draw some true love cards because it is Valentine's Day. Ooh, the Gardener. Butterflies, flowers. Let's see what else. The Gardener, focusing on what you're looking after someone or tending to someone or worried about someone. You're in the caring role, as I said, with Temperance. You're devoting a lot of your energies to others. Very serving. Manifestation and maturity. You're emotionally mature, that's for sure, Pisces. I think a lot of you are maybe you're manifesting, you know, a real beautiful connection with the divine. If you, Pisces, if you are very, very, very single, have an idea, write a list, write a letter about what your ideal partner is. You see the way she's writing a letter? Write as if, right in the moment, be saying you're so thankful for your dream partner, who he is, and then list all their qualities. Act as if they're already here, because there's some kind of romance trying to get through to you that you might not be aware of just yet, but it's just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. With the Gardener, you're really tending to your needs and the needs of others, so much so that your focus is on something very positive, really, because you're focusing on the love that you have with the people around you. And therefore, love starts to manifest in many other ways. You know, when you're devoting yourself to a friend in need, or your family, or, you know, whatever, your pets maybe, love can start to form in other ways because it sees, you know, what you focus on will multiply. You're manifesting love in all areas, really, which is really nice. Emotional maturity is a theme here. So you may be bringing in people that are more emotionally mature and focused on something better and something more, you know, you've grown up a lot, Pisces, and you will continue to grow in Aquarius season. But don't get afraid of wishes coming true. When a wish comes true, it doesn't mean that something else disappears. I just feel like one or two people maybe think that when I look at it. Certainly, happiness is finding you this month through helping others. I just feel like you're being called upon to help somebody else. And it actually seems to... It actually seems to release a blockage within you, possibly in your heart or root chakra. Maybe even your solar plexus of personal power. But look at her beautiful red hair. Think of the root chakra. Getting back to nature and feeling grounded. And having a fire in your belly. Something about sunflowers too. But yeah, so you're interested in the extended for each individual element, Pisces. Feel free to join me there. The link will be below. And if not, I'll see you in the next set of readings. Bye!